Hey folks, I'm Captain Jimbo Keith,
And I'm Captain Jim Keith.
and welcome to another episode of Keith Boys Outdoors. So this week in Cedar Key, this past week in Cedar Key, the fishing was fair. We had several days where the wind really was kicking, and I'm talking about it was blowing like 20 to 30 mile an hour winds.
With a little bit of rain
With a
coming through
little
that
rain, yeah,
front
mixed
came through.
in. But we were able to get out and fish just about every day. We had to dodge a few things. One day I got cut short, only got to fish about 2 hours. That was kind of a slower day. We caught an oversized red and a whiting. It was a pretty off day. We're just using some shrimp right on the bottom. Lot of black drum around right now. Smaller ones, like 24 to 27, 28 inches, all the way up to the real big ones.
Big ones.
So I had a lady catch one that was 40 inches on what day was that? Thursday. So it's giant, real big. Anyway, that was really cool. Speckled trout are biting pretty good. Water temps right around 70, hovering around 70 to 72, something like that. Green Moon and Glow is still working really good under the cork and fished as a jig right on the bottom. The redfish we caught this past week, I've caught some keepers, I've caught some oversized. Around that full moon, they kind of back off a little bit around the islands, and they should be picking back up, this week. The redfish should bite. I don't think they leave out there. I think they just don't bite that good. I think they're there. The water's so stirred up you can't see them running around, even if you're looking on the bars. But anyway, we're using cut mullet for them. We used a little bit of cut ladyfish, but it didn't seem to be that hot.
Fish with ladyfish
Yeah.
and usually get bit, but
Yeah,
didn't
usually get bit. So
But I switched to mullet.
yeah, casting at some mullet. They're around. We're using a 4/0 circle hook with a 3/8 or half-ounce egg sinker. Knock a rig right down on the hook. Fish the edges of the oyster bars. You don't want to cast that bait right up on the oyster bar. You want to get right on that shell and sand. That's a little sweet spot. If you get bit, there's probably some more there. Fish it. You'll learn some of your favorite spots. But the speckled trout bites anywhere from 2.5 feet of water to 5 feet of water. There's manatees showing up too, so be careful running around on the flats. Just watch for them. You don't whack one of them. It hurts your boat probably more than it hurts the manatees. But anyway, just keep an eye out for them. Spanish mackerel are out on the reef. Did hear that from a few people. They're catching them out there. Shrimp is what we're catching our drum on a lot. And then out there while we're trout fishing, we're coming across some big schools of them. Anyway, just keep an eye out there. It should be a fairly busy week. I think Levy County's going on spring break maybe this week or next week, or I believe, so it might be fairly busy over there. I'll be fishing a few days this week, and then I'm going to be off a few days down with my kids at a convention. So anyway, Captain Jim's going to run through a few of the rod and reels that he is using on the freshwater and on the saltwater. One of them is one of the main top KastKing bait casters. It's on sale for 50% off right now, guys.
Good deal.
Very good deal. I
want to show you that. Share that with you.
The link will be in our description when we post the video. It will be down at the bottom. You can click right on that link, and it will take you to KastKing.com, and then you'll just have to look up the reels on there. Pretty good reel for the money. We're using them. So anyway, and he's going to talk about the rods we're also using on the saltwater side. So, Captain Jim?
Yeah, let's start where Jimbo left off there. This is the Bassinator reel. I've got it paired up on a speed dimming rod right here, the Swimbait 7.6, but it'll work on any rod you pair it up with. But right now it's 50% off.
It's $90 right now. That reel's usually 180.
And it comes in different colors too.
Comes in a Ninja, which is like a neon green.
Yeah, this is the silver color. I like the silver. I've had these reels for I don't know how many years. Never had a problem with them at all, and I use them quite a bit. And you can adjust them real easy right here. And then they've got brakes. You can pop it's got a little button here, push down and slide it, and you can adjust it there. But it's real easy.
That's a big deal on them, guys.
Yeah, and that's a good deal. Real good deal.
Really good deal.
And they're good reels. I've used them, and I don't have a complaint about them.
If you follow the Elite Series, Brent Chapman, this is the reel he's using. So it's being used by the pros right out of the box. This is the same one that you can order. Is the same one he gets. He's not getting any special ones. Know Brent personally, and he orders them just like we order them and you order them. So anyway,
I've got a good deal. I want to share that deal.
Really good deal.
Another reel that come out is called the Deadbolt. and this reel I really like. This reel does not have a star drag on it, so it has no drag at all. So, you know, and there's no drag. It's a great flipping reel, pitching reel, punching reel. I use it on my swimming worm when I throw the RSB, Bass Assassin RSB. I love it on that. It has no drag.
You got to use your thumb.
When you hook a big fish, you got to just remember to use your thumb. You know, you can hit release your spool each time. You know, if you get him right at the boat and he's running, you know, I paired up on this particular pair G2 7.4 medium heavy. It's a 1 3/8 and a 1 ounce, 1.5 ounce rod. I like it. It's a 7.1.
And that reel
7.4.
That reel retails for $119.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a good reel. You guys that like to flip or punch or I just like to throw it on my speed worm because I'm cranking in when he hits, you know, I'm setting the hook. Anything you want to pull the fish out of heavy cover with, this is
I believe that's the first zero drag reel on the market when it comes to a bait caster. I believe it's
they're making.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else makes one like it, guys.
What it looks like.
It is
no drag and it's there. You set the hook,
legit.
You know it's there.
If Captain Steven, our cousin, hadn't tore one up yet setting the hook, you're not gonna.
Yeah. Hey, I like that. I like this
solid.
reel a lot. And I do like this Pair G2 casting rod. I'm gonna share the spinning rod with you in just a second, but I want to go over this for my bait casting. They've got. I just love these rods. For the price, these rods are what, Jimbo?
I'm getting to them right here. I'll tell you exactly
they're
what
not
they're going
overly
for.
expensive. You know, if you happen to break one or close car door on one, or somebody steps one in the boat, or whatever accident might happen, you're not busting up $200.
They're anywhere from $55 to $70.
Yeah.
So under $100 for a pretty solid rod.
And I like it a lot. I really like it. And the Speed Demons, they're 119 rods. These are good rods too. After I started out with these and then going to these rods, they were just a little less expensive.
Yeah, quite a bit more expensive.
They're good for the price. I mean, I haven't had any problem. I hadn't broke one in
sensitive.
So so they're good and they're real sensitive. The blank goes right through, so you got to touch the blank goes right through the handle, so you're always in contact with the main blank right here, right in this area here. So it's not covered up. You know, it's great feeling rod. Real.
They got several different models from 7 foot. I think they go from a 7 foot all the way. Hang on, I'll tell you exactly what they go for because everybody's what size? They go from a 6 on the spinning rods. They go from a 6'7" all the way. They have a 6 foot spinning rod. That's a light.
They got 1 piece and 2 piece, so you got to look.
They got a 5 foot spinning rod, ultra fast light. So that's really light, 5.6.
Yeah.
And then they go all the way up to I think it's a 7.6 on their casting.
That's
that one. So, and they do make a 7.4. They're sold out right now. You just got to go in there and look, guys, because some of them are sold out and see what they got. A lot of their spinning rod stuff in the 7 foot that we usually use in 7.1, they're sold out right now.
If you keep an eye on it, the site there, and if they say sold out, you know, they'll get some back into the
2-piece spinning rods, which is I believe Kasking's going to go on their spinning rods, especially like on the Perigee, on the little bit cheaper side rods. I believe they're going to go to 2-piece and not do a single piece anymore for shipping cost. I've been using the 2-piece ones. Never have been a fan of a 2-piece rod until I've got some of these. And guys, I have yet to break one. And for throwing a cork and popping it or redfishing the way we do, you don't need a super sensitive rod. You're going to know it when you get a hit by a redfish, and you're going to see your cork go down trout fishing, and you'll feel him thump it if you're throwing a jig. I have not had a problem. Some people say, well, the tip will come off of it. A little bit of super glue, and you just made it where it won't come off. I promise you. But I have yet to have a problem with them. And usually everybody that picks them up is like, dang, I kind of like
you're
this
talking
thing.
about where they go together.
Yeah, where they go together. Yeah, where they go together.
This is a 1 piece.
Yeah, that's a single. That's a 1 piece. Yeah. That's a one piece.
Yep, I like it also. The blank still goes right through the handle, and you contact with the blank every time you got your hand on the rod. You feel that.
That
Real
rod,
sensitive.
that rod right here is $55,
Yep.
$55.99, so $56.
And this is the 7 medium heavy, 7.1 medium heavy, I think. But this is what we use on our trout fishing, and I use it bass fishing. I like to throw a wacky rig. I like to anything, a jerk bait, shad wraps, any bait like that you like to throw on a spinning rod, drop shot. It's all around rod. I mean, it's got the backbone to get to it. I got the Spartacus 2 reel. I wanted to share that with you too. I'll get there in just a second. I got it spooled up with 15-pound braid. It's the Super Power braid. It's like this in box. It's what we use on our freshwater, saltwater. Excuse me. I use it freshwater too, but this line I like. It's pretty.
Yeah, you get
cheap. It's less expensive than other braids.
1,197 yards of this. This is their little. This is like their standard braid. They have better ones. You can get 1,000 spool, 1,000 yard. Was it 1,097 yard spool for like
you can spool up
$40?
Oh,
It's a little less than 40, so you can do a bunch.
And it's good braid.
Then you can't tell the difference in this and some of the other power braids that are out there, like you get at Walmart, and it's
we've used them.
way cheaper. I've used it all. They make this in a silky. It's slick. It's
good line.
It's a little more expensive. A little more expensive, but casts really good. And then they have some called a hammer braid that I'm really loving right now, but it is a little bit more expensive. And it doesn't come in the big spool unless you order a 3,000 yard spool, and it gets pricey when you get up there.
Yeah.
But that reel right there, I've talked about that reel.
Yeah.
Earlier on in some of our episodes, I just got it and was testing them. Now we all have them on our boats for trout fishing, and I've caught some big redfish on them, but they're a little torquey because they are a composite frame. So you get a real big redfish on, you'll have a little flex right in here. But if you're not trying to really horse the fish in, they work fine. I've not had a problem out of them yet besides a little flexible. And I don't care what reel you get. If it's got a carbon frame, you're going to have flex.
Yeah, if you got the drag.
Yeah,
tight.
If you have the drag tight.
Reel flexing a lot, you need to loosen up the drag.
Yeah, just loosen up the drag.
Just loosen up the drag and enjoy the fight.
Yeah.
The redfish. You don't need to crank them hauling in. This is a 2,000. They make a 3,000, 4,000, 1, 2, 3, and a 4.
Yeah.
I think. But we use a 2 and 3. The 2,000 usually in freshwater, just to drop it down a little bit. The 3 and 4 saltwater. I'd go with that little bit bigger reel on that. But for the price,
hard to beat.
Did you tell them the price?
Yeah, $47.
Yeah, can't hardly beat that.
Yeah, so, for a pretty decent reel.
Yeah, for a whole outfit for everything.
You're less than $100 in a whole outfit ready to rock and roll.
And we used them and we like them. We recommend them. For the price, you can't hardly beat it.
Now, if you want to step up your game a little bit and you want to go, looking to spend like $130 to $150 on a spinning reel, they have the Capstan Elite, and they have it in the Elite High Speed, which I've not yet used. They are a smooth looking reel. We got to handle them a little bit at iCast last year, but I've yet to order any. I have been using the KastKing Elite. It's a fancy reel, looks really good. I like the 3,000 series in that. I would not get the 4,000 is a little big. 3,000, you can do trout, redfish, snook. You do a little bit of everything with it, unless you're beefing up, wanting to catch them off, out of heavy cover like the snook and grouper. I've been using some of them in like the 6,000 series, so a little bit bigger reel. And they got a really good drag on them as well.
Yep.
But
they're these little pair of G2 rods.
Yeah, hard to beat.
Hard to beat.
Really hard to beat
for the price and all. We've used a lot of the rods. Yeah. That and the Speed Demons are good too.
We're looking forward to getting some on the water footage for y'all. It's been a little difficult because of school for our producer. We're working on a few things, but y'all just stick with us and please spread the word. And if you see us and you're following along on here, reach out to us. Tell us. Yep. We like to hear that, what you think about the show and any questions you might have. Please put it in the comments on here, and we'll try to put that in the next show we do. It's I wouldn't say it's really difficult for us to sit up here, but it always helps to have some new questions and go over new answers. one of our followers asked us about this reel, what
Mhm.
reel we're using and rod we're using today at church. So, anyway,
Yep.
that's what we kind of want to go on here and do. But anyway, guys, it's been a good show, good
Yeah.
week.
I hope you have a good Easter
Yeah,
Sunday. What's left of it.
yeah.
We're
What's
filming
left
in
of
the
it?
afternoon here,
Yeah,
but yep, we had a good day at church, and he is risen.
that's right. He is risen. Well, guys, y'all have a good one. Keith boys are out.